Hi, welcome to another Friday Tips with Fenz, down here at the Watts Factory, the nerve centre of FTP training on the south coast of New South Wales, Nowra. Alright, so we're going to look at the psychology of pre and post-event blues. It's something which I've seen over the years, coaching lots of different riders. Happens to everybody, and some people get more affected by it than others, but it's something to consider and it's something to develop a strategy to deal with. I find quite often in the preceding weeks, when you start to reduce the volume and you start to get closer to that target event, especially when you've really focused on it and you've spent a lot of time preparing and quite a few months leading in, it's very, very easy to fall off the wagon. Suddenly you've got a bit more time, a bit more energy, and it's often a time I see people go out, they go down the pub and have a few too many bevies. They might sit at home because they're in of an evening rather than being out training and start to eat too much. So it's definitely a time to be really conscious of, because having them feelings, can I be bothered at this stage, I'm really close to the event, but that sort of stuff happens all the time. So it's just a matter of trying to maintain that focus, maintain why you've done all that training, and focus on the end result. The time to have a little break will be coming up soon, but it's not right now. So accept that they're the thoughts going through your head, because you can do nothing about them, and just try to manage them as best you can. Making yourself feel guilty about it, and you should be frothing for your event but you're not, is not going to help you. So accept that those thoughts come in at this period of time for multiple reasons, but still try and keep your eye on the prize. Now, you've got to the event, everything's been fine, you've nailed it, you've had the best race of your life, you've hit PBs across all levels, your coach is frothing, and you've had an absolute blinder. The sense of euphoria and completion is amazing. And it's very, very easy then in the weeks after that event to find again that the wheels seem to fall off. Your motivation to do any training is gone. What are you going to do now? You've achieved your outcomes, etc., etc. So that period of time, there are multiple strategies we can use to manage those feelings. One of the things is, again, to accept the fact that you've just had a massive high, and therefore after that you're going to potentially have a bit of a down period where following massive structure and huge amounts of intervals might not be the best thing. I would advise to go out there, enjoy being on the bike. It's the reason that you train and ride in the first place. So getting out and shredding some single track is the sickest way to rekindle the stoke for being on the bike. 2 or 3 times a week, just getting out there is enough to hold and maintain some condition, so that when you suddenly get ramped up again, everything will be fine and you haven't lost too much condition. Go out there, enjoy going out for a meal with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your husband. Have a nice meal, have a little bit of a blowout. It doesn't hurt you to do so. A little bit of what we fancy will not hurt us. It's when we make it habitual over long periods of time it becomes a problem. So again, structure some stuff in that you haven't had time to do, because it will give you that that enthusiasm and energy back into your system. Go out and do a local road rides with your local bunch. Go and have coffees afterwards, and again, just rekindle that enjoyment. Start to think about, with your coach and also with your husband or wife, etc., your team, start to think about the next lot of goals. Again, it might be mixing something up, trying something new, getting on a track or trying a cyclocross. Again, starting to establish those goals relatively early means that period or duration when we feel a little bit flat will be shorter. And before you know it, you'll be going, right, I need to get back into it because I want to hit that target, I want to do that race, I want to ride that particular place. So again, these things are all great ways for us to start, understanding how we are pre and prior and post race, and getting strategies to deal with them so that when they happen, it's short-lived and you're back on the road again. Alright, I hope that's helped, and I look forward to catching you out on the trail. Coach Fenz, bye-bye.